Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Hmm. So this video is going to be very short. Honestly, for the past 1 week, I've really not been myself. It's been very, I don't even know how to feel. I started feeling better this morning because I thought I was pregnant. My son is not even anywhere close to 6 months, and I'm already having a pregnancy scare. Honestly, I don't even know how to feel because I was feeling, I think, a bit better initially. Um, like I had already resolved that if it's a pregnancy, then it is what it is. Then if it's not, then we'll find a way around it. So I think a week ago, I was supposed to expect more than a week ago, like let me say 9 days ago, because it's a week plus now. I was supposed to see my period or have my monthly flow, but it didn't come. It just came as like spotting. And if you've got pregnant before, if you spot like I do, you notice that when you spot like that, it means that okay, implantation has taken place, or it means that you won't see your period. So I was supposed to see my period or have my monthly float on that day, or maximum a day before, like it's either +1 or -1. But I didn't see it that day. Then 2 days after, I did a pregnancy test, and the line was very faint. It wasn't like clear indication that okay, I was pregnant or I'm not. It wasn't positive, neither was it negative. It was giving like a false positive kind of reading. So I was very scared. I could have repeated that test, but I thought to myself, because I had already started crying, let me not lie. I was crying. I'm like, my son is not even anywhere close to 6 months old, and I'm already having a pregnancy scare. What if I get pregnant? Like, it's going to scare me to death. I know people have done it, and people have three under three, and they've managed to, cope with it. But for me, I honestly, I don't know where I'm going to begin from. So I was scared. I'm like, okay, it's for me, I feel like the best decision is for me not to know. Let me just, pretend that it's not a pregnancy, or let me pretend that it's not there. Let me just, pretend and fake 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 me not knowing, because I feel like it's better I don't know. There's a child in there than I know, and the guilt and the thought of how I'm going to fend for my newborn would, kill me. So for the past 1 week, I've been pretending that okay, my period is not late, that I'm going to expect it in a week, hoping that um there won't be any conception for this period of at least 6 months until my period resumes. Even though some women conceive while breastfeeding, right? But in my own case, I was feeling like since I succeeded with it, with my first child, then you know it should be same pattern. Even though I know it's not, it's not certain, but this was just what was going on in my head. So back to what I was saying. So I was hoping that by the time my period comes back, I'm going to start chatting, and know when my safe days are and days that are unsafe. I'll talk about contraceptive later. Let me finish with this pregnancy scare. So if you have in mind, like, why am I not under any contraception or under any contraceptive, just wait. I'll go to that area. Let me finish this, because I know while you're watching, you're thinking to yourself, so why is she not taking any contraceptive, or why is she not applying any preventive measure rather than just, being careless? So I'll get to that area. So I was hoping that I would start charting my cycle, and then I'll know when I'm on my safe days and days that I'm not safe. So that was what I was thinking. So by the time I was 3 months postpartum, my monthly flow resumed. For my firstborn, it resumed at I think 6 weeks. I didn't have, like, the break was so short. I was so angry. So this one resumed at 3 months, and I'm like, okay, good and fine, because I'm now with hobby. In my first daughter's own, or in my first child, I was away from hobby, so I wasn't scared of any pregnancy or whatever. But this time around, it resumed at 3 months. I was happy. So I was happy because I could now start, charting my cycle, and knowing all the do's and the don'ts. Only for me to get to the fourth month, and I was expecting to, I'd already logged in the first period I got at 3 months on my Flow app. And the fourth month, I was waiting now, like, okay, I'm going to get this one, I'm going to log in, and then from there, I can, only for that day to come. And I didn't see my period. I woke up in the morning. I think on that particular day, that same day, I was supposed to see that flow. I woke up and I just spotted. I was so scared to my bone. I'm like, this period that ought to have come. I was having some mild cramp. It wasn't really cramp, but this kind of discomfort. I woke up and I'm like, okay, maybe it's just taking, you know, it's time to, trickle down. And you know how period comes. Sometimes it doesn't come with that full force. It just, takes time, to work its way its way through, the uterine lining or whatever. So I was just waiting for, I was just giving it time. I'm like, okay, in the morning it doesn't come. I should be expecting, or I should see it by noon. Still by noon I didn't see it. I was just chatting, um I was just spotting a little. So by evening, the whole thing ceased. And I thought to myself, are you sure I'm not pregnant? Because I always spot for my first pregnancy and my second pregnancy, I've always spotted, like, I spot when I get pregnant. So I thought to myself, are you sure I'm not pregnant? I felt it was too early for me to, do a pregnancy test. So I thought, okay, let me wait 2 days. After 2 days, I'm going to do a pregnancy test and confirm my fears. Only for me to do that pregnancy test. And the thing was giving me false positive. I'm saying false positive now because my period just came this morning. Yes. That's a week after. Honestly, when I was going through all of this, I didn't pick up my camera to film because I was super scared. Like, I was literally crying for my son's own. When I found out I was pregnant, I filmed it. Now I carried camera. I filmed when I was getting dressed, even though I was scared because it wasn't what we were planning and all of it. I took camera. I took you guys to the pharmacy. I came back. I was this one. I could not film. Like, I was literally crying because I didn't know where to begin from. I didn't know what to think of. Like, my mind was just racing here and there. So that's why I'm making this video today. So this morning, a week later, 9 days. I don't know why I keep saying a week later. 9 days later, my period arrived this morning, and I don't know how to feel because I'd already resolved in my mind that if it's a pregnancy, then it is what it is. Like, I welcome it with my whole heart. Then if it's not, then good and fine, we'll move. Only for me to wake up this morning and my monthly visitor arrived. I don't know. Honestly, I'm not feeling bad because I was crying initially. At the same time, I don't know whether I feel happy that okay, this burden is off my, you know, chest. So let me come back to the preventive aspect. I'm not under any contraceptive right now, and this is mainly because I don't want to be. Yes, you heard me. I don't want to be under any contraceptive at this point in my life because I still want more children. I want another child, but I don't want that child like now because of course my son is still very tender and I cannot imagine having another child like back to back. Like if I have another child now, it means that they're going to be three under three. And I don't know how I'm going to cope. Like my plans, everything will just be shattered. People do it, I agree. But I don't think I'm built for that, honestly. Like it's going to take a toll on me. So I'm not actively or I'm not under any contraceptive method like the injection, the IED, anyone you can think of. I'm not under, and that's because I don't want to be under any because I want another child. Then for the barrier method, I don't know. I want to ask you guys if you're watching me now, please leave your comments in the below. Like, do married couples use barrier method? What I mean by barrier barrier method is CD condom because I don't know. Because I don't know if just leave your thoughts in the comment section because that's a way. As in, I don't know. I don't use it, so that's why I'm laughing. So I'm asking, do you guys use it as well? Because me, I don't use it, and I I also feel like most married couples do not use it, and I don't want to be under any injection. Under even though I know IUD is safe, but of course there are some risk factor to using IUD. But yeah, I really don't want to be under any contraceptive until I'm done having my children. This is just my personal decision. People do otherwise. People space their kids for like 2 years. They're under one form of contraceptive before they remove and then they conceive. And I don't want that because it's very obvious. It took me time to conceive, and I really don't want anything to mess up my system. Like I don't want anything to make me start thinking, God forbid I start having delay. God forbid I start having delay and I start thinking, oh, if I had known, I would have just left my body like that and do the 303 kind of, having children back to back. So I don't want to be in that phase anymore. I just want to have my kids. Like when I'm done having my kids, is either I'm taking my tubes, I'm tying my tubes, or my husband is getting a vasectomy, or um, you know, open for or open to any other kind of contraceptive. That's what I told myself. So it's a no for me for now. So my best bet now is the barrier method, which is the condom, which I stated that I don't use, and I'm asking you guys if married people use that actually. And the second best bet for me is the billing method. That's charting your cycle and knowing when you're safe or not. So that's the only one I'm relying on, and I'm hoping it works for me because like I said, I'm not ready to use any other um, method of contraceptive. So yeah, so that's basically why I'm not under any, and that's why I was scared, because I was really, really hoping that once my period becomes like consistent, I'm going to, be able to monitor my cycle and, know when to engage and when not to engage. I hope you know what that means. So yeah. Honestly, I'm smiling now because it's not what it is or what I thought it was, because this smile would have vanished from my face. So this is still morning. I just wanted to update you guys, and I'll talk to you guys later.